There comes a moment in life when you realize that the greatest struggle is not always about what is happening around you. Sometimes the greatest struggle is the battle happening inside you. The constant need to know what comes next, when it will happen, how it will happen, and whether everything will work out the way you want. You keep asking, when will my life change? When will my breakthrough come? When will I receive the thing I have been praying for? When will everything finally make sense? And because you do not have the answers yet, you begin to worry. You begin to doubt yourself. You begin to believe that life has forgotten you. But what if it hasn't? What if the delay is not denial? What if the silence is not rejection? What if the closed door is not punishment? What if something is being rearranged behind the scenes that you cannot see yet? Sometimes life asks you to let go, not because you are supposed to give up, but because you are finally being invited to trust. There is a difference between giving up and letting go. Giving up says nothing is going to happen. Letting go says, I don't know how it will happen, but I trust that something greater is unfolding. That difference can change your entire life. You do not have to understand every chapter while you are living it. You do not have to know exactly where the road is taking you before you take the next step. You do not have to force every opportunity, control every person, predict every outcome, or solve every problem today. Sometimes your job is simply to breathe, to remain open, to keep believing, to take the next step, and to trust that life is moving with you even when you cannot yet see the movement. Think about how many times you once worried about something that eventually worked itself out. Think about the things you once believed you could never live without, only to discover later that losing them created space for something better. Think about the doors that closed and how, years later, you understood why they had to close. At the time, you may have cried over those doors. You may have asked why. You may have thought your life was falling apart, but perhaps your life was not falling apart. Perhaps it was being redirected. There are moments when life removes something from your hands because your hands need to become free for what is coming next. And this is why you must stop judging your life too early. You are looking at one page and calling the entire story a failure. You are looking at one difficult season and deciding that your future will always be difficult. You are looking at today's circumstances and using them to predict tomorrow. But today is not your entire life. This moment is not your final destination. Your current situation is not the complete picture. There are things you cannot see yet. There are connections you have not made yet. There are opportunities you have not discovered yet. There are people you have not met yet. There are miracles that have not revealed themselves yet. And there are versions of yourself that have not even been awakened yet. So let go. Let go of the desperate need to control every detail. Let go of the belief that everything must happen according to your schedule. Let go of the constant question, why isn't it here yet? Because sometimes the obsession with when steals the peace available to you right now. You can want something deeply without becoming desperate for it. You can have a dream without allowing the absence of that dream to make you miserable. You can desire love without believing you are incomplete without it. You can desire money without believing you are powerless until you have it. You can desire success without believing that you are a failure today. You can desire a better life while still appreciating the life you have now. That is where your power begins. When you stop telling yourself, I will be happy when I have more money, I will be happy. When I meet the right person, I will be happy. When my business succeeds, I will be happy. When my family changes, I will be happy. When my dream comes true, I will finally breathe. No, breathe now, live now, feel gratitude now, become peaceful now. Because the life you are waiting for is being built through the person you are becoming today. And sometimes the miracle is not that circumstances suddenly change. Sometimes the miracle is that you change, you become stronger, you become calmer, you stop reacting to everything, you stop begging people to understand your worth, you stop chasing what does not choose you, you stop forcing doors that are not opening, you stop trying to convince people to love you, you stop comparing your timeline to everyone else's. You stop believing that someone else's success means your opportunity has disappeared. You finally understand that life does not have only one seat at the table. Someone else's blessing does not cancel yours. Someone else's timing does not determine your timing. Someone else's journey does not define your destination. You are not late. You are not forgotten, you are not behind, you are simply moving through your own story. And your story has its own timing. Look at nature. A seed does not become a tree overnight. The seed disappears beneath the soil before anyone sees the tree. For a while, nothing seems to be happening, but beneath the surface, everything is happening. Roots are forming, strength is developing, preparation is taking place. The absence of visible results does not mean the absence of progress. Remember that when you are in your own season of waiting, just because you cannot see movement does not mean nothing is moving. Just because you cannot see the answer does not mean the answer does not exist. Just because you cannot see the path does not mean there is no path. There are seasons in life when your progress happens quietly. Nobody applauds you. Nobody notices. There is no dramatic breakthrough. There is no announcement. There is simply you waking up every day and continuing. And never underestimate that. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is continue believing, continue growing, continue learning, continue healing, continue showing up, continue becoming. Because one day you may look back and realize that the season you thought was wasting your time was actually preparing you for everything you had been asking for. Maybe you are being prepared for the responsibility of the blessing you want. Maybe you are being taught patience because your future requires wisdom. Maybe you are learning boundaries because the next chapter requires you to stop accepting less. Maybe you are learning self-respect because you are no longer meant to chase people who do not value you. Maybe you are learning discipline because your dream needs more than desire. Maybe you are learning peace because the future version of you cannot carry the chaos you are carrying today. Everything may be working together in ways you cannot yet understand. So stop demanding immediate evidence before you allow yourself to believe. Faith is not believing because everything is already visible. Faith is continuing to move even when the entire road is not visible. You only need enough light for the next step. You do not need to see the entire staircase. Take the step, then take another, and another. Your life does not have to be figured out today. You are allowed to be uncertain. You are allowed to change direction. You are allowed to start again. You are allowed to outgrow the person you used to be. You are allowed to release old dreams and discover new ones. You are allowed to say, I don't know yet. Those 3 words can bring incredible freedom. I don't know yet. You don't know how the money will come. You don't know when the opportunity will appear. You don't know who will enter your life. You don't know how the problem will resolve itself. You don't know exactly what your future looks like. And that's okay. You don't need to know everything. You only need to trust yourself enough to keep moving and trust life enough to remain open to possibilities you cannot currently imagine. Because sometimes the miracle does not arrive in the package you expected. You ask for one door, life opens another. You ask for one person, life removes that person and introduces you to someone who treats you differently. You ask for one opportunity, life closes that opportunity and leads you towards something far greater. You ask for one specific outcome. Life gives you something that makes you eventually say, now I understand. This is why you cannot become too attached to the method. Be clear about what you desire, but remain flexible about how it arrives. Your mind sees one path. Life may know 10. Your job is not to force the universe into the tiny box of your expectations. Your job is to stay open, stay available, stay receptive, stay willing to recognize the miracle when it appears in a form you did not expect. And perhaps one of the greatest acts of trust is releasing the need to know exactly when. Because timing is one of the things human beings struggle with most. We want everything now. We see someone else succeed and ask, why not me? We see someone get married and wonder, when will it be my turn? We see someone build a business and think, why am I still struggling? We see someone achieve a dream and feel like we have failed because ours has not happened yet. But you are comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight. You don't know what they endured. You don't know what they sacrificed. You don't know what they learned. You don't know their timing. And most importantly, you don't know yours. Your life is not a race. There is no universal clock that says you must have everything by a certain age. You are not required to have the same milestones as everyone else. Some people bloom early. Some bloom later. Some discover their purpose at 20. Others discover it at 40, 50, 60, or beyond. A late beginning is still a beginning. A delayed dream is still a dream. A second chance is still a chance. A new chapter can begin at any moment. So do not let your past convince you that your future is already decided. Your past explains where you have been. It does not have to dictate where you are going. Maybe you made mistakes. Maybe you trusted the wrong people. Maybe you wasted years. Maybe you made choices you regret. Maybe you lost opportunities. Maybe you feel like you should have started earlier, but you are here now, and now is powerful. Today is still available to you. This moment is still available to you. You can begin again. You can choose differently. You can release the old story. You can stop repeating the sentence, "This always happens to me," and replace it with, "My life is changing. I am becoming stronger. I am open to new possibilities. I trust the timing of my life. I do not need to force what is meant for me. I allow life to surprise me. I believe that better days are possible. I am ready for miracles. not because you are pretending that problems do not exist, but because you refuse to let problems become your identity. A difficult season is something you are experiencing. It is not who you are. A delay is something happening in your life. It is not proof that you are cursed. A closed door is an event. It is not a verdict on your worth. Remember that. You are still worthy while waiting. You are still valuable while struggling. You are still deserving while rebuilding. You are still enough before the breakthrough. You do not have to earn your right to exist by becoming successful. You do not have to prove your worth through achievements. You are a human being before you are a success story. And perhaps the greatest miracle is learning to love yourself during the process. Not only when everything is working, not only when people approve of you, not only when your bank account looks good, not only when you receive recognition, but now, in this imperfect moment, with your unanswered questions, with your unfinished plans, with your mistakes, with your uncertainty. Love yourself here, trust yourself here, believe in yourself here, because when you stop fighting yourself, you create space for life to move through you. There is a beautiful freedom that comes when you say, I have done what I can do. Now I release the rest. You did your part. You worked, you tried, you prayed, you planned, you learned, you took the opportunity, you made the call, sent the message, you started again. And now you must allow life to respond. You cannot plant a seed and then dig it up every morning to check whether it is growing. You cannot keep questioning the process every 5 minutes. Plant, water, nurture, then let it grow. Your dreams need that same patience. Your life needs that same trust. So stop checking every hour whether your miracle has arrived. Stop obsessively asking whether things are changing. Stop measuring your worth by immediate results. Keep going. Let the process breathe. Let yourself breathe. There is something coming from your willingness to relax your grip. When you stop forcing, you become able to notice. You notice opportunities. You notice ideas. You notice people. You notice signs. You notice possibilities. You notice the small doors that were invisible when you were obsessed with the one giant door you wanted. Sometimes your answer is already near you, but anxiety is too loud for you to hear it. Slow down. Be quiet. Listen. Your next step may not come as a dramatic revelation. It may come as a simple thought, a conversation, an idea, a new opportunity, a sudden feeling that says, try this. Follow the next right step. You don't need to know where it leads. Just take it. And if the path changes, change with it. You are not failing because you have to change direction. Sometimes changing direction is wisdom. Sometimes letting go is wisdom. Sometimes walking away is wisdom. Sometimes waiting is wisdom. Sometimes beginning again is wisdom. Trust that you can recognize what is right for you as you grow. And when life removes something, don't immediately assume you have lost. Ask yourself, what is this making space for? When something ends, ask, what is this teaching me? When a door closes, ask, where else can I go? When plans change, ask, what possibility exists here that I cannot see yet? These questions transform pain into perspective. They transform fear into curiosity. They transform uncertainty into openness. And openness is where miracles can enter. You do not need to chase every miracle. Some miracles find you while you are living your life, or while you are working, while you are resting, while you are healing, while you are learning, while you are simply being yourself. The right opportunity can appear when you stop forcing the wrong one. The right person can appear when you stop begging the wrong person to stay. The right idea can appear when you stop overwhelming yourself with 10,000 possibilities. The right answer can appear when you finally become quiet enough to hear yourself. Trust life. Trust your growth. Trust the process. Trust that not every unanswered question requires an immediate answer. There are things that will make sense later. There are chapters that you will understand only after you have turned the page. And there are moments when you will look back and say, I thought that was the end. It was actually the beginning. So if you're waiting right now, don't waste the waiting. Use it. Build yourself. Strengthen yourself. Learn, rest, prepare. Become the person who can receive what you are asking for. And when the opportunity comes, you will not need to chase it desperately. You will be ready. When love comes, you will know how to receive it without losing yourself. When success comes, you will have the discipline to sustain it. When abundance comes, you will have the wisdom to manage it. When your dream arrives, you will understand why the journey mattered. Everything does not have to happen today. Your life is not running out. Your opportunity is not disappearing. Your story is still being written. So release the pressure, release the fear, release the obsession with timing, release the need to control every outcome. Take a deep breath and remind yourself, I trust the timing of my life. I do not need to force what is meant for me. I allow life to unfold. I am safe while I wait. I am growing while I wait. I am becoming stronger while I wait. I believe that beautiful things can happen unexpectedly. I am open to miracles I cannot yet imagine. I release what I cannot control. I focus on what I can control. I choose peace over panic. I choose faith over fear. I choose patience over desperation. I choose gratitude over comparison. I choose hope over hopelessness. And most importantly, I trust that my life is not finished. There is still more love, more growth, more laughter, more opportunities, more lessons, more beginnings, more beautiful surprises, more reasons to be grateful. You have not seen everything yet. You have not met everyone yet. You have not experienced every blessing yet. You have not discovered every strength within you yet. So don't make a permanent conclusion from a temporary chapter. Keep the door open. Keep your heart open. Keep your mind open. Keep moving. Keep believing. And let life show you what happens when you stop fighting the timing and start trusting the journey. Maybe everything is not happening exactly when you wanted, but that does not mean everything is going wrong. Maybe the timing is teaching you something. Maybe the delay is protecting you. Maybe the detour is preparing you. Maybe the ending is freeing you. Maybe the waiting is strengthening you. Maybe the next chapter will explain the chapter you are struggling to understand today. You don't know yet, and that's okay. You don't have to know yet. You only have to believe that your story can change. You only have to believe that tomorrow can be different. You only have to believe that one opportunity can change everything. One conversation, one decision, one idea, one moment of courage, one unexpected door, one miracle. Your life can change in ways you cannot predict. So tonight, release the need to figure it all out. Put down the burden of tomorrow. You have carried enough. You have worried enough. You have questioned enough. Let yourself rest. Let yourself breathe. Let yourself trust. What is meant for you does not require you to destroy your peace to receive it. You can pursue your dreams without becoming consumed by them. You can work hard without living in fear. You can desire more without hating where you are. You can move forward without knowing exactly what lies ahead. And you can believe in miracles without knowing when they will arrive. Life has a way of surprising those who remain open. So remain open. Your story is not over. Your best chapter may not have happened yet. Your greatest opportunity may still be ahead. Your biggest transformation may still be unfolding. Your miracle may already be moving towards you in ways you cannot see. And when it arrives, you may finally understand why you had to wait, why that door closed, why that person left, why that opportunity disappeared, why the timing seemed so slow, why you had to become stronger first. And you will look back with gratitude, not because every moment was easy, but because every moment helped shape the person who could finally receive the life you were asking for. So let go. Trust life. Trust yourself. Trust the process. Or trust the timing. And believe that something beautiful can still happen. Because everything does not need to make sense today. Everything does not need to happen today. Everything does not need to be solved today. Today, you only need to take the next step. Tomorrow will bring its own step. And the day after that will bring another. One day at a time. One breath at a time, one choice at a time, one act of faith at a time, and slowly, quietly, beautifully, you will arrive somewhere you once prayed to be. So keep going. Your timing is your timing. Your journey is your journey. Your life is your life. And there is still so much waiting to unfold. Let go. Trust. Believe. And allow the miracle to find you.